A few days ago, I received a message from Christopher. It's titled Transferring into Cybersecurity at Age 61. So he's a little bit later in life, right? And now he's
Mhm.
making the pivot into cybersecurity, which, Christopher, I commend you for following your passion. His question: Hello and good day, Ryan. Any suggestions for getting into cybersecurity industry while I complete my certification through CompTIA Security Plus certification course? I was advised to apply for part-time positions. However, with no experience, how would you suggest I go about doing so that when I complete my course, my resume shows relevant work experience? Peace and thank you, Christopher. So thank you, Christopher, for the question. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll get you the answer sooner than when this airs. But in the meantime, for the audience, okay, so I went through his profile. So Christopher is currently in the hospital medical, I guess you'd say, career path. So he has a master's in health and healthcare administration and management. So I have some ideas of my own, but I wanted to bounce to you first to see what you think. Because I think his question is not only relevant because a lot of people are trying to break in with no quote unquote experience, but also he wants to have the experience on his resume by the time he finishes his course, as opposed to trying to wait to finish it. Like, I think that shows his maturity.
Yeah,
Like he
it
can already
does.
see the writing on the wall.
I think he's got an advantage of already having a rich career in the medical field. I would say find some opportunities to volunteer in the space that you're in now, in a a cybersecurity role, right? Even if it's just helping an auditor or doing a control assessment, doing a side by side or a side by side or shoulder to shoulder on a controls assessment. I mean, HIPAA is a big thing, right, in the medical field. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to leave the medical industry to be able to be working in cyber, and he can take advantage of the skills that he already has. But I would think definitely find some opportunities for volunteering where you are or even outside of where you are. People aren't going to tell you no when you're volunteering your time, right? Especially if you're helping. And then use that, leverage that as some experience.
You hit the nail right on the head of where I was trying to go. Absolutely correct. Like he already has his foot in the door. So it's just a matter of saying, okay, when is our next high trust or even a CSF or whatever is coming down the pipe? Like find your assurance or your cybersecurity team, and like you said, just volunteer your time.
Mhm.
Like paid work is always good work. However,
Mhm.
if you're busy, right, you're going through the course, you already have, I'm presuming you're already performing those duties,
Mhm.
and you're taking some time off to take the course, but you have a foot in the door where other people don't. Like you already speak the lingo, you already know where all the skeletons are hidden, and now you just have to find out how that applies to some sort of audit or inspection. I think you hit it around the head. It's just like, when is your next audit coming up? And now plug yourself into that team. And again, you already know how to speak the lingo. You just need to know, how does the asset management work with this? How does the information assurance team provide these
Mhm.
artifacts and things of that nature to answer these questions? How is HR onboarding and offboarding? Like you already
Yeah.
know a lot of these answers.
Supply
So
chain for medical devices. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he knows how that works, right? So
right.
yeah,
So
those,
now it's just putting that lens on it. Most likely in your current role, you've been assessed or you've been audited. So now you already know how to think like I was gonna say a victim, but a person being audited, right? So
right.
now, yeah, now you just have to learn how they do their process, right? Like start to
Mhm.
look up, because I'm big, I'm biased, right? I'm big into the GRCs. Maybe you want to be a pen tester. I don't know. That's
Mhm.
not what I do. This sounds sexy, but I think GRC is where it's at for you because you already know the governance, risk, and compliance when it comes to your specific space.